Okay.
Yep.
No music. We're going to hum.
Do, 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 do,
Hum, hum, hum,
do.
hum. Hello, folks. It's the Podsquad with Peggy Barnes, Wendy Card, and I'm Kathy Morrison, and we'll be joined by Jane Maulucci here shortly. We want to thank you all for joining us for New Bern Now's podcast for February 11th, 2021. And this is episode 173.
Ooh,
Wow. Woohoo.
yay! We are connecting you with the people, places, and happenings in New Bern and the surrounding areas. So join in on the conversation.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a contest before we get going with the conversation. What's happening, Wendy? What have we got in your contest?
Okay. Before I announce what the question is, if you know the answer, to be entered to win, comment on this live stream, and we'll reveal the answer at about 10 minutes to 2. So the question, you ready? Drum roll. What New Bern resident was one of the first African-American models for Pepsi Cola?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure she's still with us. We should get her on the show. It would be fun.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes.
Don't say her name accidentally.
All right. So if the folks know the answer to that question, what do they need to do?
They need to comment on this live stream, not somebody else's that was shared, because I may not be able to see it. And I want to make sure that your comment, if it's correct, you may be the winner. So
all right, great.
Yeah.
And if you won in the last 60 days or so, give other folks a chance. Let them have a chance by winning the contest. And maybe some folks just can't stand to know the answer and not say it.
and that's okay.
Don't say it, but I already won.
There you go. Yeah, and I know who won, because they're picking up gift certificates to local businesses. So each week we're picking a business out of a hat, and they're the ones that we buy a gift certificate. You know, we things are really tough right now, and it's not just downtown business, it's around the greater New Bern area. So yeah.
So it's worth your while to make a good guess and get the answer.
Yeah.
All right.
And,
okay.
And,
well, should we see what's
Peggy,
happening?
Well, yeah, I want to say, Peggy, boy, Kathy, we haven't seen Peggy in a long time.
No. I know, I've missed you guys.
Yeah, we missed you. And
Peggy
Peggy
was busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots going on in life.
How's business?
Business is good. Business is very good. People are, between the coaching and the organizing, I've got a lot going on with both. And I kind of changed my brand up a little bit this year. I'm now, my new tagline is the Cluttered Life Coach. If you've got clutter, I'm your coach, because the clutter's not just in your home, it's in your heart and your head. So, or heart and head. So I am working with people a lot on kind of their mindsets around clutter and the things that are kind of getting in their way of living their best life.
And Peggy walks the walk. I mean, you are, when you call Peggy, she will take care of you. And she also, you know, say she has a client that needs to get rid of things and wants to donate it, she'll get that the items to, you know, a worthy cause. And so you connect people with different organizations, and yeah, you're the real deal. So
yes, I'm very thankful. I love what I do.
All right. So how can people find you?
PeggyWBarnes.com. And I am on Facebook at Peggy W. Barnes, and I'm on Instagram at Peggy W. Barnes, and I'm at Peggy at Peggy W. Barnes, Gmail. So I Peggy W. Barnes. Just don't forget the W. A lot of people want to type in Peggy Barnes without the W, and you might go somewhere to another Peggy, but it won't be me.
Okay. So Peggy W. Barnes, we need to remember.
Yes,
All right, great.
Yeah, and the W stands for Walker.
it does. That's my maiden name.
That's my mom's maiden name. So I
Is
think
it?
we're related.
For
Might be
God's sake,
somehow.
I would love to be related to you.
Yep, you could be cousins.
You never know.
You don't
So,
know. My family came from England, and my dad grew up in Birmingham, and my mother grew up in Texas.
wow. Well, my family's from England and Ireland, so
Well, there
and
you go.
Scotland. Actually, my cousin's in Scotland. So yeah, so you never know. We'll have to do a little genealogy. And Kathy is a guru with genealogy too.
Oh, no, I just, just keep plugging away at it, working away at it.
You enjoy it, right? You go down those
Well,
rabbit
you get,
holes.
like so many things online, you start following one thread and then start to unravel and unravel. And then, 6 hours later, you look up and say, oh my gosh.
Yikes!
Um,
Rabbit hole.
But yeah, but it's just interesting to do. And you've got to watch out if you're looking on Ancestry or someplace and somebody says, oh, I got a leaf. Well, there might be a different Peggy W. Barnes than the Peggy W. Barnes you're looking at, because one was born in 1835 and the other one was born in 1924, and you got to pay attention. So.
Well, I'm neither one of those yet.
No, but you got to find the right one. So, but
yeah.
it's fun. So
And Kathy, you're with the New Bern Historical Society.
I am. I
What-
do lots of volunteer stuff for them. Want to remind folks, we do have we're taking applications for the Marks Scholarship, the Harriet Marks Scholarship. And that goes to a New Bern High School senior. And the decision on the scholarship is based equally on need and your academics. This was set up by the will of Harriet Marks in 1968. So she's been helping folks
Wow.
for years and years and years. And the scholarship is available for one. You apply for it and you get it in 1 year, and it's renewable for the next 3 years. So if you're, keep your grades up and keep things going, you get a 4-year scholarship. And it varies every year. The amount varies every year, but it's really helpful to have, some extra coming in when you're getting ready to go to school. So if you are a New Bern High School senior, or if you know a New Bern High School senior, check out the Harriet Marks Scholarship. It's on the New Bern Historical Society website at newbernhistorical.org/scholarship. And you'll find all the information there and a download for the application. And, encourage folks to do that, because it's a really generous chunk. And, it considers need and scholarship both. And, folks are out there needing at the moment. So
Yes.
anyway, pass that one on. The other thing I wanted to mention was Nelson's Voices in the Cause of Freedom. Nelson McDaniel has recorded that for us, and it'll be online on the 24th, which is week after next. And that'll be on our, again, on newbernhistorical.org and on our Facebook page too for New Bern Historical Society. And he discusses just so many people that not only were important to New Bern, but important to our country. And, Nelson is wonderful to listen to, because he knows the story, that's the history, and is just a great guy to listen to. And we're just happy that we will have it on our website, and folks can go look at it anytime they want. There's no fee. So just go look at it. It'd be interesting, if you're doing any kind of New Bern history, to go take a look at that.
Mhm.
So that's coming up on the 24th. And that's just a couple of things we're working on at Historical.
Yeah. You always have something going on.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
work at it. Some things are, as we announced, some things are virtual, but we're still at it.
Are y'all
Virtually
doing
or
your
not.
do y'all do the ABC sale?
The ABC sale this year is a little different. It's going to be a mini ABC sale,
Okay.
and it's going to be at the Battlefield Park, where there's a pavilion, so it's open air, although there's a roof, so you won't get rained on. It's going to be March 13th and March 27th. So what we're going to do is, select some stuff. It's a curated sale this time. They're
Gotcha.
selecting
Okay.
only the really neat, good stuff.
Okay.
And gonna pull that out and set it up first thing in the morning. So the sale will start at 10 o'clock in the morning,
Okay.
or before we started at 7:30 or 8 o'clock. But because they have to take it out and get it set up that same morning, it'll start at 10 and go to 3.
Okay.
And then 2 weeks later on the 27th, there'll be another sale with another batch of stuff. Again, selecting all the neat, cool stuff. And there's only going to be 6 different categories this time. Before we had 15 different departments and all kinds of stuff from kitchens to sawhorses. But this time it's going to be art, collectibles, antiques, furniture, jewelry, and tools and outdoor stuff.
Gotcha.
So it's only going to be those 6 kinds of things. So it's pared down, something that's manageable to unload and set up in the morning, and then ask everybody to come and, buy it and take it away. It's still going to be good bargains, but it's going to be, like the cream selection of the crop.
Good.
So that's coming up. So it's
Thank you.
a curated mini ABC.
Yeah, and I think somebody they want to know something about the Knights of Columbus having a sale. That I got an email the other day, and it sent them your way because I think they were talking about the ABC.
Oh, were they?
sale.
Okay.
Well,
'Cause
the Knights of
the
Columbus
Knights
had theirs last weekend.
Yeah, are they still doing quarterly sales? I
They
believe.
do them quarterly.
Right, but I think they were talking about the historical one because
Oh,
you all have them at the Knights of Columbus building in the past,
Mhm.
right? Is that right?
That's
Okay.
we've always been at the Knights. We've rented that from
Right.
them, and they've been a good spot for us. But because we're going mini, and we don't need that big a spot, and we don't need 4 days to set up in advance, we're going to do an in and out quick at the battlefield.
And I'm guessing Peggy probably knows a lot of the different sales around town, like as far as
I try very hard to keep up with that and shredding events. Those two are very important to my clients. So I try very hard to keep up with those 2 things. So
well,
Yeah.
Peggy's amazing. She connected me with the owners of my new old car. And I love it. I love
do
it.
you
It's-
still love it? I'm so happy.
It is awesome, and it has a cassette deck and a CD player. It was built in England, and it's a Honda. It's just awesome, and Finn loves it. So we're
I'm
having a grand time.
happy to hear that.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah,
afraid
but-
to ask.
No, she connected me with the owners, and it just so it was a win-win-win.
Good.
Is it a CRV?
CRV, yes,
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
and it's 4-wheel drive because I
All
was
right.
originally looking for a 4-wheel drive vehicle, and I'm thinking, well, Jeep. I never thought a Honda CRV was one, but it turned out to be
So
the
now,
best.
Are you
one.
praying for snow every time you see a weather forecast?
Yeah. Yeah, I am actually. I love snow, and we have Sharon Bryant is in the waiting room. Sharon, are you ready for us? Are we ready?
Is
Yes.
she there?
Okay.
All right.
And I don't think Sharon's been on our podcast in the past, so it may be back when we were at the Isaac Taylor building, but
Okay. There she is.
There's
Sharon.
Thank you for joining us.
All right,
How you
welcome.
doing?
I'm well.
Welcome. Sharon is the African American Outreach Coordinator for the Palace. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right.
Welcome.
Good
And
to
this is
meet you,
February. Have
Sharon.
you got lots going on?
No,
Okay, show's done. Let's go home.
with this pandemic going on, everything has stopped.
Yeah.
Certain things we can.
Well, I bet you're still doing a lot of research in things. Do you have any online events going on?
I do not have no online events going on, but I'm still researching for programs. I have them already prepared to do them. We're just waiting for the okay.
Mhm.
Since time awaits us, I am also researching 2022. That's how bored I am.
But that means you're going to have wonderful programs as we come out of it and go into 2022.
Hope so.
Right.
Yeah,
Oops.
you never know. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I had to come home to do this Zoom meeting. So.
Ah, now everybody's reaching you at home.
Yeah.
No, they know you're home, so.
Right.
All right.
So tell us what, as far as what is happening at the Palace and the History Center. I know there are restrictions, but the gardens are open, and what?
The gardens are open. There are some things that they have online. We're working on trying to get some more things online as well. Right now, due to the pandemic, we still don't have a lot of people coming back to work yet. They're still either teleworking or they're interpreting this, they haven't came back to work on a full schedule. So we're trying to work to get that back up and running as well. Again, a lot of people are scared to come back because of COVID. With the vaccine coming out now. So hopefully those that are getting vaccine and are working at Crime Pals will be able to come back again.
Okay. And now, since it's Black History Month, do you have anyone that you want to feature for Black History Month?
Well, I would like to talk about the African American Heritage Tour. I don't know if any of you have taken that tour, but I kind of like brought my little brochure so I can show it. This tour we offer at Trine Palace usually the third Sunday in the month. And what people don't realize, this tour talks about so many different historical spots in New Bern. For instance, we may talk about St. Peter's Church. We may talk about where Don Carruthers Stanley stayed, Amelia Green. This tour lasts about an hour and a half, depending on the questions you may have. When I tell you it's a lot of history in New Bern. 75% of African Americans used to live here in New Bern, and now I think it's down to maybe 30%, 40% of African American living here. This New Bern, it's within itself, its own little city. It's so much history here that has to be told. And we just have to find a way to tell these stories. As I was on another Zoom meeting a few minutes ago, I was just telling the Democrat Party, when we're walking down the street, you can imagine the empty lots where buildings are placed or something was there. And you kind of ask yourself, I wonder what was there. Those particular houses or those churches or those organizations, those stores, those restaurants, laundromat were owned by African American in the area. But I encourage a lot of people to take this tour because it's very, very, very rich in history. The cost is $6 for adults and $3 for students. When we talk about the sit-ins, Black History Month is coming back up about the sit-ins that they had in Greensboro. But remember, it trickled right down here to New Bern. We have people here in New Bern was a part of the sit-in downtown at the Crescent store, after Barfield, some other ones that was in it. Back in 2004, I did a actual sit-in, and it was fun doing that sit-in to encourage people these things that happen in my area. So I would say that if you are curious about African American history, don't be afraid to ask, because there is someone out there is ready to tell you those stories. Look at your veterans around here. We honored Luke Martin, who has passed away. Look at Pat Frazier, to find out she was the first African American model for Pepsi. That is my girl. She lived in River Bend. She is plus years.
Don't.
That's our contest answer. So if somebody's paying attention, then you just gave them the answer, but that's okay because they're listening to you. You know what I mean?
These are stories that people do not know about. And so, Bernard George is another resource that you can go and you can ask these different questions. And not only that, the lecture series that Trine Palace provide every year. We do anywhere from 7 to 9, and we're featuring a lot of different speakers to bring them in to talk about this history. So therefore, when someone said, I'm not privy to this information, yes, you are. Because any African American can answer some of these questions if they know the answer. And if they don't, they need to be learning themselves because they may not know. But I was born in New Bern, raised here, family military. So we got to travel a lot. And when I came back, and plus I married somebody in the service, and my son and them joined the service. So it piques my interest to find out what are all the stuff that happened in New Bern. I need to be knowing it if I live here so that I can be able to pass these stories on to different people. My grandmother owned a restaurant in the Duffield area. So, Duffield is a hot topic, subject for some people. But Duffield was a private, and I mean, they had their own restaurants, they had their own grocery stores and stuff like that. So, I mean, when you talk about these stories, these are actually good stories to be talking about. How they were able to maneuver when the fire in 1922 came through and destroyed. What do many people do? That's when your numbers of African Americans start deteriorating from New Bern and start moving to New York, New York, Ohio, Chicago, Detroit, and places like that. But again, the history was still here. New Bern is the first of a lot of things. So if people want to know what did they first do, start looking that information up and learning it for yourself.
Yeah.
How do folks reach you to sign up to do the tour, the African American Heritage Tour?
You can go to Triumph Palace website, which is triumphpalace.org, and they have it on their website, so you can sign up that way. Or you can call me at 252-639-3592, and I can arrange the tour for you. Or just stop by the way station that's located on George Street or Pollock Street, or you can stop by the North Carolina History Center that is located on, what's that street?
On
South Front Street.
South Front.
South Front Street. And you can go in there and you can sign up for the tour as well.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's vital to learn about, like, I'm not from here, so we wanted to learn about the history. Well, it's not, I guess I recently learned, why do we have Black History Month? It's because the history was never told, and I don't know if people really realize that. Like, I know probably a lot of people do, but there are other people that don't realize that. Why is that so special? It's because we're all one community, and we have to learn about other struggles to be able to get to know each other and, start conversations. And some may be difficult, but once you have them, I guarantee you're going to be a better person for having them. So,
Wendy, I don't even look at it as being not wanting to talk about it or, scared to talk about it. I think that if we open these conversations, this systemic racism and all the stuff that's happened with us today, I think it's just sitting around the table talking about these things. Why do it affect certain people the way it does? And if you never ask that question, how do you expect to get an answer? So, it's open. I mean, the young people are ready to talk about it. Some of the old people that I have interviewed are ready to talk about it, but it's just a question that people are afraid to ask. And I'm a firm believer, don't be afraid to ask a question if you need to know something, because, you're living next door to people. You don't even know who they are. And you need to know something about them. Something may happen to them, and you may be that person that has to call on somebody to say, hey, I need some help over here. And then they ask you, well, what is their name? Where do they live in? What do they do? You don't know anything about them.
Right. Yeah. And that, yeah, I know growing up that, my folks had us shovel all the neighbors' driveways. We knew everyone. And these days with the internet and that, it really has kind of disconnected us.
Yes.
But it's such a pleasure to finally have you on, Sharon, and thank you for educating us a little bit. And we should do a video on New Bern now about the the tour, like take the tour? Or is that allowed to be shared, or
Sure.
it's not like, because I've tried to do that on past tours, not the Triumph Palace, but in the past, and they're like, no, that's proprietary,
Proprietary.
sorry, information.
Well, and if you
So,
don't know the answer, always ask them and see, because that might be something that we can partnership or something like that. So I would say, yeah, the brochure is online. So if you wanted to go in, up there and look at it and see what sites that, they're offering the brochure, you can even stop by the way station or the History Center and get a brochure to see the information that's in it. So I would encourage anybody to, do that. And yes, I would love to partnership with you and come back on to talk about some of the lecture series, the John Canoe, the United States Colored Troops that we have going on there now.
mhm. Yes, definitely. Yes, you're welcome anytime. You got my number, so call me anytime.
Will do.
All right.
It's a pleasure. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye, Sharon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right.
Yay. And Jane
Oh, we got Jane.
Maulucci.
On your mark, get set. There we are.
Get that open. There we go.
There
Live
you
and
are.
in. Hey, it's nice to see
Hi.
everybody. Great to be here. I see that, Peggy and I have the right colors on. We're kind of all looking patriotic. We've got a red, white,
Valentine's.
blue going here.
Right. Got the red going.
Yeah. Yep. You're ready for Valentine's.
Yeah. I even have a heart just in case anybody thinks I'm missing it.
I would have
Well,
never thought that about you, Jane Maulucci.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's so kind. So that was fantastic to learn all that from Triumph Palace. Oh my gosh, what wonderful things to know. And yeah, our little town is just filled with so much great history in so many different ways. And Teisha Glover was one of my actresses, right, Kathy?
Right. She was Sarah Dudley Petty.
Yeah, because that was fantastic when we got to do the women,
Mhm.
that would be next month,
Yeah, and
She was
I
part
think
of the
she's in the waiting
extraordinary-
room.
Yeah.
Aha.
Yeah,
That's great.
so we're excited to hear from Teisha about her book. But
Right.
yeah, and Sharon, I can't believe Sharon Bryant. I don't think she's been on the podcast, and we've been doing this for how many years now. So, but
Yeah.
she's just been working so hard at the Palace for so many years, and she knows a lot. And we do. It's great seeing you. But let's see. I do want to read some comments real quick.
Okay.
Jamisha Harris. Good afternoon, ladies. Hi, Jamisha, the Alderwoman Harris.
Hi, Tanisha.
Pamela, this is great information. Talina, hi guys. Hi. Hello, thanks for watching, everyone. And before we continue, I just want to remind people about the trivia question that was just mistakenly revealed the answer, but what New Bern resident was one of the first African-American models for Pepsi Cola? And you can answer in the live stream on New Bern Now's Facebook page. Yeah,
Right. See how much you were paying attention.
there you go. And Jane, you were just on, were you just on
I was on another Zoom call because Martin Brosman and I were teaching, because everything's through Zoom, we were teaching a class in Wilson for Alignable, so that people would understand how to use Alignable, which is a small business networking thing. So if you have a small business, it's a great opportunity to jump in there and connect with the people in town, and I highly recommend it. And also, Martin and I do have a training that's online that you can go to, and we're doing another session on February 24th for the Havelock Lunch and Learn, and you can sign up for that through the Small Business Center, the Craven Community College Small Business Center. So please do, because we'll tell you how to use Alignable and why you should use it, and see if it's right for you and get going on it, because it's a great way to connect with other small businesses in our area. And in New Bern alone, we have over 1,200 small businesses.
wow,
Who knew?
that's amazing.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Where
It
do
is.
you go get the training?
Actually, Martin and I created the training, and I can get a link and put it in. Well, I can only put it in our chat, but then Wendy
I'll
can
share it. Yeah, I'll share it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a training through Teachable, so it's on Martin's account,
Okay,
but there's
gotcha.
a link for it,
Okay.
and I'll get that for you so that then everybody will have it.
Good. Thanks.
Yeah. And Jane, if people don't know, Jane is the reactive voice, and she
Right.
delivers words that make sense.
Oh, she got it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wendy.
And
Yes.
and Jane is also an author who the title is "You Can Make a Living at That." Did I
Right.
get that right?
Yes, you did.
It's a short book. I gave mine away, paid it forward to someone else, but it has great
I can't find one of mine
information.
right now, but thank you. Yes.
Yeah, you want to tell us a little bit about the book, and then we'll bring Teisha in?
Well, yeah, the book is called "You Can Make a Living at That." It's the guide, the complete guide for thinking big for your small business. So what I did was I worked corporate for many years and freelance at the same time. And so then when I went just to freelancing and running my own business, I took all of the stuff that I learned from corporate and I kind of pared it down and tailored it for small business. And then I was teaching it over at the Small Business Center, talking, to people about sales skills and collaboration and all these other different things that you need to do when you're in business. And I said, gee, maybe I should put this all in one place. And so I did, and I put it into this one book. And it's really easy. It's a little silly because I can't help myself, but it's mostly packed with a lot of good information. At least I think so. And people who have read it think so. And so
Yes.
if you're looking at starting a small business or getting going with one, please consider looking it up. And it's at our small bookstore here in town, the last
Next chapter. Yeah, the next
So,
chapter.
the next
books.
chapter,
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
Yeah, so go over there and see Michelle, and you can pick up the book over there. So thank you. Thanks for letting me do that. And if I
Yeah.
was a really good person, I would have a copy on my desk, but I don't right now.
But people can get their copy at the Next Chapter Books and Art on South Front Street, right?
Right.
Or Amazon. So
Yes. Start local
yeah.
first.
Yes, start local first. And we ready for, it says Nicholas Glover, so we'll see.
That's Teisha.
I'm guessing
That's
it's
Teisha.
Teisha.
Yeah.
And
She was one of our outstanding extraordinary women, and now she's extraordinary mom and extraordinary author.
yeah, that's a great intro.
There we are.
There, and
All
her
right,
son.
look at
that.
It's a
All
tag
right.
team. That's great.
There we go. How we
All right.
doing?
Good. How's everyone?
Hey, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for
Super.
joining us. Wow.
We're glad to be here.
Right. I love your background.
Thank you.
We just got a new green screen recently, so it's just setting it up and everything.
All right. Well, that's cool. Well, tell us about that. I mean, I know that now we introduced you as, new author. Tell us about your book, Davis Speaks.
Well, Davis Speaks, A Brother with Autism is a book that we wrote to honor brothership. It's about having a sibling and a sibling relationship, and also about having a brother with special needs. And so it's based on the true story of Nicholas, my older son, and Davis, my younger son, who is 9 years old, who has autism.
All right. I bet you learned a whole lot along that trip, did you not?
We have. It was something that we wanted to share, a story that we wanted to share about our life, to give people the opportunity to learn more about the autism spectrum disorder. And there's a wide range of characteristics for people and children with autism. So we just wanted to share our story. Something that was important to us is that I've seen this quote, and it's something that I wanted to share, in that not all disabilities are visible. And sometimes autism is one of those disabilities that people may be dealing with and people in the public might not necessarily recognize. and they might see the symptoms of a child with autism and have some type of judgment about the activities that they see the child doing, and not really knowing that the child is maybe having a meltdown due to sensory overload or any other type of issues that might be related to autism spectrum disorder. Initially, Davis was diagnosed with autism at the age of 4, but prior to being 4, we knew that there were some issues because he had a severe speech delay. He actually didn't start speaking until he was 4.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. But along with the speech delay, we were noticing meltdowns as well. And meltdowns are something that are completely different to tantrums.
Mhm.
However, someone who doesn't know that, and they may see us in public and may see our child having a meltdown in public, may necessarily think this child is just having a tantrum. And so that is one of the things that we share, one of the experiences that we share in the book, that just going out to the supermarket and just going out in public, there were some sensory issues that would cause him to have a sensory overload and have a meltdown. And in public, other people might not know that and might give us little dirty looks because of his behavior, when actually it was just a symptom of his autism.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a great nephew who is autistic, and we've run into all of these challenges, and he's now 17. So it's been a long road for his mom and my sister, his grandmother. It's been quite interesting. So tell me, is your book for adults or for children or for both?
Well, I wrote it as a children's book.
Uh-huh.
And so many adults have purchased this book and shared feedback with me that they love the book as well.
Oh.
So anyone between the age of 5 and 12 is the market that I directed the book towards. However, I believe I've had just as many adults read the book and send me feedback to say that they love the book as children.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Wow.
sent the book to a lot of people, and more adults had sent me feedback, and they were like, it made them very emotional, like they loved the story. And I didn't even know when I was marketing the book how many people I would reach out to.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, oh, I know people in the teaching system. I'm gonna pass this book along to my teachers. And they just all really enjoyed the book. So it's just amazing how it's like all around family book, all ages, just love it.
Yeah.
Nicholas, may I ask a question, Wendy?
Oh, yeah.
What have you learned along this journey of having a brother with autism?
I would say communication is one of the biggest things that I've learned over this journey of time, because before Davis was speaking, it was like, how do I communicate with Davis? And the way he's communicating back to me, what does it mean? And I had to find ways to understand what that meant. And then when he did start talking, it was more about like, how can I make sure he understands me? We just had to find this mutual understanding, and now we have a great relationship.
That is amazing.
It is amazing. It is amazing. I know you, Teisha, from the performance that we did together, and I know you're a very patient person. And Nicholas, I've met you briefly as well, and I would think that has been probably the greatest gift for you, working with Davis and guiding him and helping him along. What other suggestions do you have for parents and relatives of autistic children?
One of the biggest lessons I have learned is to celebrate every milestone.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrate those small wins that you have. Sometimes I feel like in society, we can kind of look over the little things. And just having a child with special needs, it's just made me to understand that I need to stop and celebrate every little thing that happens in his life. Like I said before, he began talking at 4 years old. And as a parent, we didn't know if he would ever talk. And so we feel like now every word that comes out of his mouth is a miracle. And anytime he talks, I want to stop and listen to whatever he has to say. And that just gives me a greater appreciation. This experience has just given me a greater appreciation of some things that we can sometimes take for granted.
I agree as well, because I remember a few years ago, we were on vacation out of town, and Davis was just talking nonstop. And in my head, I was like, does he ever stop talking? But then I remember once upon a time it was, will he ever start talking? And so then it's just like, I'm just happy whenever he talks, because it's like we've waited so long, and then it's like it started to happen, and it's just.
That's outstanding. So you just published this book. What was the official published date?
We published on November 26th officially.
That's great. And
Congratulations.
is the book available locally?
We're not available local yet. We would love to be available local. We actually self-published, and initially my goal was I want to tell this story. And so I wrote the book and published the book, and now I'm actually learning the business side of being a publisher. So yes, we're on Amazon.com right now, or you can go to my website, tgloverbooks.com. And we're continuing to work and market so that we can become available locally as well.
Super, great. That's great.
We'll make some phone calls. Not that our word is any better than anyone else's, but we'll yeah.
We know people.
Just a few. But wow, how inspirational. This is just, and look at the two of you. I love the backdrop. I need to learn from you how to do, all the fancy, I see you have a microphone in there and a green screen and a beautiful poster behind you. This is wonderful. I'm just so glad you joined us today.
Thank you all for sharing your story. What an encouragement to so many.
Thank you so much. We've really enjoyed being here. So we appreciate you allowing us to come.
Are you speaking anywhere soon? Do you have any speaking engagements coming up?
No, we don't have any right now.
All right, well,
you are our first engagement. So, so thank you. Nicholas was on TV. He's the TV star. What show did you see?
I was on All About Craven.
He was on All About Craven, so
all right.
Star. But other than that, for both of us together, this is our first engagement.
All right, super. What an honor.
Yeah, it is an honor for, at least for me, and I hope the Podsquad. It looks
Absolutely.
like it. And we have a comment from Talina. Awesome representation of when creativity and our amazing youth collide. That's awesome. That very well said. And yes, we really appreciate y'all taking the time. It's been so long since I've seen you, Teisha, and it's just, this is wonderful. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Is there anything else that we missed, or we'll catch you? We'll have you back for updates. How's that sound?
Great.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Best
of luck with all your marketing.
Yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, let's see here.
That's super.
All right.
There you go. That's great. How
Wow.
cool.
That was amazing.
That is cool. I mean, and there's somebody, Jane, right there for you who can learn a whole lot from all the good things that you know.
I got chill bumps listening to that one more.
I know. I mean, how wonderful, because aside from my great nephew, it's, I know other people who are working with kids with autism at all different levels. And I've also, I've done shows actually with a gentleman who was autistic. And that was interesting too. So it's amazing. And it's a totally different mindset when you're raising a child that has that part of their personality. It's a really interesting thing. I know that my sister and my niece were both thrilled when Christopher tied his shoes, you know, and you kind of expect that when a child is, you know, kindergarten or whatever, but he was finally doing it. He was probably 8 and he was able to do it himself. And it was just one of those things where, you know, he finally said, okay, yeah, I'm going to do this. I got a handle on it. And just little milestones, like Keisha says, you just have to celebrate every milestone. Yeah.
Every
Well,
victory
I'm going to
that
be
comes
sharing
along.
it on my Facebook page and my Instagram page
Mhm.
today.
Yeah, that's great. And there is a local autism group here that Deborah Kanya is in charge of. And I should make sure that Teisha knows about. I'm sure she does, because she's a pretty well connected young woman. So outstanding.
That's
Yes.
a great group. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
where do we stand here? Is it time to review your social media minute? No, you not that. I meant your question, your trivia question,
Yeah,
which we already have the answer to. See who the answer.
okay, I was just distracted because I was trying to put the alignable workshop information. Now it's on the stream, the live stream. So
good.
people want to know. Sorry, we're different topic. Okay, where are we at here? Shannon LuQuire. Is that what you asked? Or before we have Shannon come in to talk about, well, we'll see here in a minute. The question, trivia question. What New Bern resident was one of the first African-American models for Pepsi-Cola?
See how well you were listening.
That's right.
Yeah, it was the answer was revealed by mistake, but so guess you guys, I know 2 of you probably know the answer. I'm looking at our social media stream. So please answer. You can get a chance to win a gift certificate from a local business. And we ready for Shannon? Is she ready for us?
We're ready.
In the green room?
Come on in, Shannon.
Okay. Here we are. Shannon has, oh. There we go. There you are.
Hey.
Okay. I was going to say you're rather blonde in that other picture.
Yes, and so much cuter. How are you ladies doing today?
We're doing great.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good.
Yeah, wait, I just saw Shannon the other day. I have not seen you in, I'd say, a couple of years, and now you're over on Trent Road.
We are. We
Tell us
just
about
moved.
it.
We just moved last week. We officially opened on February 1st. We were downtown in the Dunn building, and now we're downtown at the official address is 3515 Suite 1 on Trent Road. We're just a couple doors down from Sweet Peas. We're across the parking lot from Carolina Bagel. So we're
okay.
Got a corner spot. So we are loving it. We're loving being right down. My house is 2 minutes from here, so it's really nice.
Great.
But we've got, we moved our trade ideas office. So that's the back wall for this. And then the shop is in the front part of the building where we've got Small Batch. So I've got trade ideas as the graphic and web design, and Small Batch is the gift store.
Super.
Yeah.
There should be a lot of traffic in that shopping center for you.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we've already seen a big pickup just the past few days too. So I think people are driving by and seeing us open and wanting to check us out and see. So we've seen a lot of new faces. We've seen a lot of familiar faces. So it's been a really good week and almost 2 weeks, I guess now. So we do a lot of home goods and accessories. We have a spa type area, not to get spa services, but to get like soaps and lotions and just self-care products that you can get for yourself, for others. We also do corporate gifting, bridal registries, wedding welcome gifts. Everything for the most part is made in America. Not everything, but a good part of it is. A lot of local goods, a lot of American-made goods from craftsmen that we found through our Instagram search, through referrals from our artists that we do carry who say that we need to look at somebody else, and we'll check them out and see if we want to have them in the shop. And if they make a good fit, then they're welcome to come on over. So it's been really good. So this is going on our 4th year, starting in April.
Right.
Wow.
Beautiful things. You have
Thank
beautiful
you.
things.
Yes,
In fact, I
absolutely.
received a heart when my mother passed from a friend of mine. She gave me a heart from your store, and I
And
love
you
it.
love it for a little ring. Yes. And that, I'm trying to remember, did it have a gold rim around it?
Yes.
Okay. So there's I like to have a story with each thing that we do have in there. So that particular heart was made by a group of ladies in Huntsville, Alabama, who have escaped domestic abuse. So they've all learned a craft, and they make those. So we do try to find a good cause, whether we're doing it ourselves or we're buying things through other people that can give back to their communities too.
Well, that makes it even more special.
That's
So,
more
Oh.
special. Yeah.
because I'm from Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that, Peggy. Welcome. Okay. Yeah, I know, because I know this COVID, I want it all to go away because I miss seeing
I
everybody.
miss the. Well, I walk by your house about every morning, or a
Okay.
lot of mornings.
Yeah. Oh, well, very good. You see our mobile bar in there in the
I
driveway.
do. Tell
That
about
is
that
awesome.
too.
That is so cool. I wanted to, when I saw that, I'm like, that would be perfect to take in the Croatan.
It would be. Oh, absolutely. So yeah, so it's the small batch mobile bar, and we have converted a horse trailer, a 1980 horse trailer, into a mobile bar. So we can do beer and wine, cocktails, coffee and dessert bars. We can do things throughout the day. In the evening, we serve up to about 100, 125 people for a particular event. I don't want to do, well, right now we really can't do much more than that, but that's about how many people that we can have the products for in the trailer itself. So that web address is smallbatchmobilebar.com, but we're available to rent. So you can check us out for that. But we've had a few things going on, so we're hoping with the warmer weather, and once people are ready to get back outside, if we can get out from underneath the rain, then we'll be able to get back out there too. So it'll be good. So we've got lots going on.
Yeah, what do you do in your spare time?
Well, I know, I'm like, is it considered spare time when I'm watching my kids play the sports?
No.
I'm fortunate that we're able to play. So we have a volleyball tournament this weekend. We've got basketball going on. So just getting back to the simple things and, cherishing the time with the kids. I've got a daughter, and she's a junior, and my son is going into 9th grade. So I'll have 2 high schoolers, and I can't believe that it's gone by this fast already. So
Yeah.
we're enjoying as much as we can, for sure.
I just find it amazing that you just moved 2 weeks ago and everything looks like it's in order.
Well, I'm a little OCD like that. So Peggy, I appreciate that. I'm very organized, but we had a plan. We knew we wanted to do this. So we had it in the works since the beginning of January. So Ann Jones works with me, and the 2 of us have really just kind of, taken turns doing different things and moving and getting things set up. So it's a lot of late nights, restless sleep, just trying to think of where we want to put things. But in our heads, we knew what we wanted. So it kind of all fell into place. So it was good. I'm not showing you the messy part. So you're seeing the clean part.
Yeah.
There's still some parts
my office looks lovely from here because I knew that Peggy was going to be on this call, and I'm like, oh my God.
Well, I will not reveal. I will not reveal what I showed to Wendy before the camera started going. There's a lot of it here you can't see.
Right, exactly. That's
Yes.
funny. Well, good thing it's being done at the shop in the office, because I don't want you to see my house right now. So spent a lot of time over here, so my house is a little neglected, but
It sounds like you have a wonderful collection of different things. How do you discover the ladies in Alabama who made the special hearts and all those different things?
So where we are, the other part of our job is trade ideas. So we do a lot of social media management for our clients. So because of our work, we're online a lot. So when we're scrolling through for finding different things, we're constantly looking for somebody, and one of our own clients is ourselves. So we're looking for people on Instagram. Is really how we have found a lot of our people. And then we'll follow some of the accounts that they do. There's different sources. We went to a show in New York about a year ago, pre-COVID, and we picked up a couple of artists that way. But we we don't have time to travel to go to different shows right now. We're hoping to at some point once that gets back. Right now there's a lot of virtual shows out there, but most everything is really referral and through Instagram. So it's just it's fun. So scrolling through, when it's not work, is still fun, and it's work for us, but it's just we really enjoy doing it. So
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. And we've got a lot of people that we started that we started out with when we first opened that are still with us, and it's just fun to see them grow and had their, when they add things to their line and working with us, because we'll get different requests for different things, and we can always ask a different artist to work on something for us that they want to do, and so we can get a lot of things that way too. So it's fun.
How do folks find
Wonderful.
you both online and if they want to come shop in the shop? Tell me about your hours and things.
So online, we are at shop@smallbatch.com. And social handles are shop@smallbatch. So we're on Facebook, Instagram, and on Pinterest. If you want to come visit us in the store, because there's some things in store that are not online, the address is 3515 Suite 1, Trent Road. Right now I'm having an issue with Google, who still says that we're on Trent Court, but we are on Trent Road, so we have to get that fixed. Wendy pointed that out too. Wendy, it's still not fixed. So we're working with them. We put in a few requests. So anyway, 3515 Trent Road in the Sweet Peas area. My sister owns Bern Pilates, and when we moved our office, she moved her studio, so she's actually 2 doors down from us also. So we've got a couple new additions to that office suite. So we're really excited to have good food and close proximity to home.
So it's in that L that's between Sweet Peas and the road.
We're the one that's closest to the road.
Okay.
You'll see our windows open, so it's great light in there. So right now we're open Monday through Friday. When the weather gets a little bit warmer and volleyball season comes to a close, then we'll add Saturdays to it. But right now it's Monday through Friday and by appointment. So if you can't get to us during the hours that we are open, or if you want to come on a Saturday and we can work it in, then we can always meet you down here too.
Yeah, and Shannon, I wouldn't be too concerned about the Google search. I mean, it's only a couple miles away, and
I don't even know if there is a 3515 Trent Court, so they're just going to keep driving around in circles. I'm not sure.
They'll call you if they're that frustrated.
Yeah, exactly. And then my husband just sent me an email. He was like, "It still says you're on Pollock Street on Google." I'm like, I don't know what Google you're looking at, but I don't know. It's Trent Road.
Well, we'll all put a suggest edit in, so maybe that will make Google.
Yeah, that'll help.
That would be good.
Yeah.
So we're hoping it'll be easier to find. It's got great parking, and we're so excited to be here, and I have a lot of things to offer, and we're just really looking forward to a successful 2021.
It's beautiful, and you're beautiful, and
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Congrats.
Congratulations, and it will be 2021 is going to be a good year.
I feel it. I think it's going to be. We've got a lot of good things going on, but I really appreciate the time that you guys took to have us on the show, and come see us.
Good to see you.
Hey.
All right.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Thank
Have a
you.
good afternoon. Thank you.
Take care.
Too. Take
Bye.
care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Great.
All right.
All right.
So
Where are we at?
keep scrolling here.
So did you find somebody who got the right answer? Someone that was maybe listening
Okay,
closely?
last chance for people watching. The trivia question where you can win a gift certificate from a local business is: what New Bern resident was one of the first African-American models for Pepsi-Cola?
Okay.
And
All right.
so while we're giving you a chance to comment on our news feed here, or our live stream feed, guess what tomorrow is?
Tomorrow is Friday.
It's American Bird Count Day.
It starts the Great American Backyard Bird Count,
Okay.
February 12th through the 15th. Have y'all participated in that before?
No.
No, I haven't. You know,
No, but I have a friend who does it every year, and she would go out in the cold because she's up in Massachusetts, and she just absolutely has the best time doing it. So it's, you know, if you're stir crazy, this is a great way to get outside.
There you go.
Well, and it's fun. You don't even say you have a bird feeder outside your window, or the birds just, you don't even need a feeder. And just you take 15 minutes and you count the different types of birds, and it's a great learning, experience. Say you have kids and you don't know what to do, they're driving you crazy. Well, just take 15 minutes and look at the birds, take pictures. But for all the details, check out birdcount.org. It has all the information. It's really easy, but it's a way to just escape any kind of whatever's going on at that moment in time in your life if you're frustrated.
So it's also a useful diversion for, I don't know, retired, bored husbands.
Yes. Tell them it's 15 hours. It's the whole weekend.
Oh, you're so
Just sit
smart.
right here. Just sit right here. I'll bring you food.
Right.
You can't come in until you find 15 red ones.
Oh, you're mean.
Love it.
Yeah. And I did want to bring up, okay,
What?
just in case we need to fill some time. Okay, we're gonna do the trivia question. Y'all ready?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
we're ready.
I'm
Okay.
ready.
What New Bern resident was one of the first African American models for Pepsi Cola?
She's a really good friend of Sharon Bryant.
Yep.
I think she said her last name was Martin. No.
Pat.
And she lives in River Bend,
Yeah.
Yes, she does live. Yes.
which technically isn't New Bern, but we'll let it go.
Well, it was before River Bend was established.
Right.
There we go. Okay, it's
So the answer is
Livonia P. Frazier.
There you are.
Yeah. And according to Triumph Palace, Miss Frazier was a pioneer in the field of commercial modeling. Soon after graduating from the Barbara Watson Model School in New York City, she became one of the first African American models for Pepsi. Frazier, better known as Pat Porter, was featured on football game programs, New York City bus ads, newspaper books, and in Ebony and Jet magazines.
wow.
So yeah, she's
And she
pretty
came back here.
famous. And she came back here. And last week we realized that there was at least 3 Harlem Globetrotters that were born in New Bern. Did you know that?
No, that's
Yeah.
wicked cool.
Yeah. So there's a lot of history, from all walks of life here in New Bern. So
Wow.
and we love learning. That's what the Podsquad is all about. If you want to join us as a guest, let us know what if you start a new business, or tell us about your business, nonprofit. Just if you want to just join us just to talk for 5-10 minutes. So yeah.
Yeah, great opportunity. Has anybody gotten their COVID-19 shots yet?
I had my first one.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
I don't qualify yet. I'm like in category 4. So
You must be a whole lot younger than I am.
not a whole lot, but
Just enough.
I'm that much.
Just below the line.
That much. Yes. So, but we found that Vidant is offering vaccination. So if you go to their website, just an aside,
Yeah.
if you can't get into the Craven site, try to get to the Vidant site.
I
My
did
husband
the
went there to get
the Craven-
his.
the Cleveland Health Department, and if you take a look at them, like 8:30 or 9 o'clock Monday morning. Is when
Right.
they use them.
And at 9:01 they're gone.
Yeah.
So, but Vidant seems to be getting a pretty good supply. So just in case, somebody that needs one and, that you're concerned about
Mhm.
and is over the age of 65, if you're having a problem getting them, that might be an opportunity for you.
That's good. watch
Well, that's
Dr.
good to
Koenig,
know.
who was telling us, yes, we are going to get more and more. So we look forward to that.
Right.
There is light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
And if you're concerned that you may have COVID, there's free, where did I put it? There's free
Free testing.
COVID testing, and it's
Here
right
we
up the road from where I live at.
It's every Monday in February and March at the Without Limits Christian Center
Oh,
at
cool.
102 Washington Post Road. And you don't need an appointment.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Just go.
Yeah, but
out.
just call to let them know that you're coming so they have an idea of how many people
Right.
need to be tested.
Right,
But
call
yeah, you don't need an appointment.
So it's there 253-9965.
That's super.
Okay.
Yeah, and one last thing, I want to give a shout out to our friends, Pat Murray. She's the owner of the Durham Skywriter. She is the Durham Skywriter. And Crystal Merrick, she's the Warrenist, which is for Warren County, North Carolina.
Oh.
And Durham is Durham, North Carolina. They are local online news and information sites, just like New Bern Now. And check out their websites. And Pat does a daily, at noon, she does a daily, what we're doing, but it's just really interesting information. Say if you're going to visit Warren County or to Durham, you'll know, what their COVID, like when I was talking to Pat a while back, she's like, we're pretty much locked down in New Bern. We were wide open as far as businesses. So you can get a feeling of where the restrictions are and stuff like that too. Besides all the information about the people and places in those areas. So,
All
yeah.
right. Do we have a joke?
Okay, yes, we do. You ready?
Okay.
Why was the fly so nervous at the fruit market?
Why was the fly so nervous?
Why was the fly so nervous at the fruit market?
Okay.
Jane's got to have that one.
No.
Something about fruit flies or I don't know, batty or I don't know. I give up.
I'm too literal. I can't do jokes.
Same here.
I'm too
Fruit market,
literal.
bananas. I don't know. He wanted to see the banana slip. I don't know.
Because he was on a date.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Does that bring us up to our last three things here?
Yeah, well, I think we're ready to wrap. I think that's
All
a
right.
wrap.
Okay. Let us
Can
know.
I
if you'd
do
like to-
one other? Can I say one other thing?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Our church is having a women's conference called the Rise Conference on February 26th and 27th. You'll see the banners over Noose and over whatever road that is, over 70. And I'll be one of the breakout sessions. So, yay. But Beth Moore is coming.
Oh, great.
Live and in person. A lot of people think she's going to be like a hologram or, it'll be her. And we've got another woman named Tanya Riggle and Megan Marshman will be here. And we're very excited. We have a host, Kendall Garvin. So we're so excited about it all. So you can go to temple.church and look under events and you'll see, just click on the picture and you can get your tickets there. And you can go in person or virtually.
Oh, that's super.
Wonderful.
Yes.
What a great
Yeah.
plan.
Yes.
Super.
That's good.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, sounds like
So- All right. Be sure to let us know if you'd like to be a guest. And if you have any questions or suggestions, give Wendy a call at 252-259-6853 or send an email to info@newbernnow.com. And we invite you to join us on February the 18th. That'll be next week, 2021. Gosh, that's a weird date. 2021 from 1 to 2 p.m. as we Zoom live on New Bern Now's Facebook page. The video and the audio will be uploaded to newbernnow.com, YouTube, iTunes, and wherever you listen to your podcasts. And you can listen to the show on New Bern's News Talk radio station, WNOS 103.9 FM, by tuning in every Wednesday at 8 a.m. and at 5 p.m. So are we there, Wendy?
Yeah, well, that's a wrap, folks.
All
Thanks
right.
for
That's a wrap.
listening. Have a great day.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
Bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Cue the music.
Bye.
See ya.
Woo.
Okay.
All right.
Hum, hum,
Bye-bye.
hum, hum, doodly, doodly, doodly.
Bye-bye.
Seat dance.